Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TFC Weekly, the show where we give you the weekly football roundup in just under half an hour. Well, last week it was about 50 minutes, but this week we're aiming to do it in half an hour. I'm your host, GM19. To the other side of me is Jack. Hello, Jack.
Hello.
Welcome back. It's like
welcome back. I'm here every week.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like welcome back to the viewers. But to anyone that watches my main YouTube channel, GM19, will know that I'm not very good at keeping series going. So, we've got into episode 2, everybody.
Yeah, well, the podcast has done well, so hopefully this will follow in the first episode of the podcast.
Enough of the waffle. Let's get into TFC Weekly, episode 2. Okay, so for people that don't know, every week we choose, we choose a game each that we're going to discuss in more depth. Obviously, Bundesliga is the only league, so it's 2 Bundesliga games, just like last week. But when Premier League does return, it will be 2 Premier League games. Whoa. Hopefully, anyway.
Well, there could be other games, but they'll maybe be Premier League because that's the league we watch the most.
Yeah. Once again, we said it in the last episode. We're going to say it again. It is very obvious, but the things we're saying is very much scripted. So if we just stutter or go like Bayern Munich's ode, then it's, you know, basically we're reading from a script. And you should know already that we just can't read. So this is a real struggle for us.
We can't read.
Bayern Munich's ominous charge towards an 8th successive Bundesliga title continue with a crushing 4-2 win at Bayer Leverkusen, as Robert Lewandowski and Thomas Müller reached impressive personal milestones. This isn't on the script, but I'd like to go in that as slightly more depth. 8th successive Bundesliga title. If Bayern Munich win this Bundesliga, which is very much likely, it's their 8th successive Bundesliga title. You being a Dortmund fan, Jack, I'm assuming you have a strong opinion on that.
But it's what it is. They're just quality side. I mean, I'd probably put them as one of the best teams in the world. I think them, Liverpool, PSG, and probably Juventus, best 4 teams in the world. I don't even think it is Barca and Real at the moment. I think maybe you could possibly put Barca in there just because of Messi. But yeah, I think Bayern are very good.
Yeah, I have to say, we've both I mean, that's the first time for you screwing up, but I've screwed up a couple of times, so this is probably going to be very much a podcast with many errors, but oh well, we moved. I mean, we're already an hour late to recording, so it's not the greatest start, but we'll move on. Despite not being able to call upon Kai Havertz, missing with a muscular issue, Leverkusen began positively and deserved the lead just minutes in. Alario scoring past. Are you going to mock my pronunciation?
No, you've nailed it.
Alario scoring past Manuel Neuer to make the score 1-0. To anyone that thought I said that too quick, you are correct. And number 2, basically, Bayern Munich went behind in a matter of minutes through Alario's goal. But their confidence soon vanished, and Koeman slotted the ball past Hradecky after Goretzka robbed Moussa Diaby. You're going to mock that one? Or not?
No, you did right, well.
Wow, this is amazing. This is to set up his
This is a new record. You haven't done anything wrong yet.
Yeah, Leverkusen then fell apart late in the half. Goretzka rounded off a well-worked move with a left-footed effort that squeezed under Hradecky's hand, while Gnabry lobbed the goalkeeper to make it 3-1 after a punt up the pitch by Joshua Kimmich. Leverkusen took the drastic step of making 3 changes at half-time, and while chances became harder to come by for Bayern Munich, Leverkusen did not improve a great deal going forward. So in other words, they made a very tactical change to go more attacking, and their attacks didn't improve, but their defending did. So bit confusing. Maybe next time you should put all the strikers at defense. But Bayern looked more threatening and eventually got a 4th just past the hour mark. Lewandowski getting in on the act with an emphatic header from Müller's pinpoint cross. Did I just hear? What was that? Did I just hear a noise, or was that just me?
I didn't hear anything.
What was that? It's got to be like a bird nesting like on our roof or something. 'Cause I swear I heard a bird.
There's no, there's no birds in it.
I'm hearing things, I swear. But Florian, I'm definitely going to get mocked for my pronunciation here.
Oh.
Florian Wirtz.
I mean, it verts, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, who was introduced at the break, opened his Leverkusen account in style with a curling effort on to become the Bundesliga's youngest ever scorer at just 17 years and 34 days. But it was a mere consolation
That's
for the host.
pretty old, though.
17?
That's pretty old for a young scorer. Yeah, but if you think, Harvey Elliott's like 16 and something.
Yeah, that
Most
to be
other
fair,
leagues have quite young ones.
yeah, but then again, when you look at the Bundesliga, I'm probably waffling here,
And you
but
think the Bundesliga would be the lowest? Like they're quite young sides out there.
yeah, that's
That's
what I
where
was
young
gonna say.
players
Yeah.
go to develop.
While Bayern's place at the top was secure regardless of the result, this is an opportunity, albeit a difficult one, for Leverkusen to take charge in the race for fourth after Borussia Mönchengladbach's 1-0 defeat to Freiburg on Friday. That's 2 Fries in very quick succession, but they could not do so, though, meaning they remain 5th and outside of the Champions League spots. As for Bayern, they strengthened their grip on the title, and that title, as I said earlier, would be their 8th successive one. But yeah, that was a relatively big game for Leverkusen. It was a hard challenge for them, but at the end of the day, that was their opportunity to really get top 4. I think that was because obviously they had to. It would have been good for them to win that game. I mean, it's obviously a massive ask, but as I said as well, Borussia Mönchengladbach, obviously losing 1-0, that would have been a good time for them to win.
Drew, and we'll get on to that game next.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I mean, while we're on it, Jack, do you want to go on to your game that you carefully studied? In fact, I'm going to tell a bit of a backstory here. Carefully studied. Just sitting there watching the game with a notepad. I don't think he did that, but I want to, before we quickly go into it, I do want to say that both me and Jack chose the same game.
And didn't message each other, since we're good like that.
Yeah, the same as I messaged Jack 10 minutes into when we should have been recording, saying, Jack, we should be recording right now. So there's very little communication between us two. But yeah, basically we both chose the same game. But I changed my game. But yeah, basically, if I sounded uneducated on that game, that's because I was very uneducated. Yeah, I am very uneducated on that game, but still, I may or may not have read that off the goal website. No, I didn't. I didn't. But I did take. I had to take pieces because I was like, I didn't even know what the score was.
I mean, I know what the score was, but yeah.
Oh yeah. To be fair, I did know what the score was, but like, I don't know like who, what the ins and outs.
Yeah, who
were.
put them in.
But yeah. Anyway, let's move on swiftly before I get bullied in the comments. Let's move on swiftly to Jack's game between Borussia Dortmund and Paderborn, I believe, was it?
Borussia Dortmund? That was last week, mate.
Oh, no.
It's RB Leipzig this week.
I remember looking at this. It was RB Leipzig, but I meant Borussia Dortmund Paderborn was 1-0, wasn't it? Was it?
No.
What was
They won 6-1 last week. We literally covered it on the podcast. Dortmund won 1-0 against Berlin.
I am definitely there was the Paderborn game that was played was definitely 1-0. But I don't know. I thought. Hang on.
Definitely wasn't. I watched the game.
Oh no, it was 1-1. Oh, for God's sake! Oh dear. That's
Yours missing a whole goal. You told me you'd written it already, so you missed an entire goal.
No, I was I thought I was getting mixed up. Basically, I thought that the Paderborn game, I was getting mixed up between because obviously Paderborn Borussia Dortmund was last week. I mistook Dortmund for Paderborn, and Dortmund won 1-0 against Hertha Berlin. And that's where I was getting mixed up. So don't worry, guys. I do just about know the scores from this match week. Okay, yeah, let's move on. I'm definitely going to get bullied in the comments.
That Dortmund-Paderborn game, Paderborn were excellent in that game, but they were pretty much the same in this one against Leipzig. But obviously last week they lost 6-1.
It's quite a big difference.
But they managed to draw 1-1 this week. So they did much better than last week. Anyway, Leipzig star Timo Werner assisted Patrick Schick to give Leipzig the lead 27 minutes in. Werner, a hot topic now, and I think we're going to discuss that next in the transfer bit.
Yeah.
Leipzig were reduced to 10 men when French starlet centre-back David Meccano, who's been linked with many clubs across Europe, including like Manchester United, Arsenal, Barcelona, sent off 2 minutes short of half-time.
I was just gonna go in and...
Oh, okay. Wait, you talk.
Yeah, this is the issue with going online because we're like there's like a 2-second difference, so
you can't tell.
You can't have fluent conversations. But I was gonna say there's a lot of Leipzig players that are rumored to be leaving, such as Timo Werner, which we'll touch on later.
Season. They got a lot of good young players.
Yeah. It's as well their scout. It's actually a former Tottenham scout, and just because Levy, I think he basically.
How's that good, then?
I've got a story. I've got a story that I'm gonna tell you guys now. Basically, Daniel Levy, this scout that now works for Leipzig, I'm pretty sure worked for Tottenham. He recommended for us to buy Mane. Levy said he's too much money, and didn't buy him. And then because Levy was so bloody tight, he moved to Leipzig, and now look who Leipzig have got. Like, and we could have got Mane. We could have got Mane, and Levy's so bloody fixed on buying his own yacht that he won't spend a penny on the transfers. And I know he bought a stadium, but I swear that's just an excuse. Like, there's only so many times
at least you haven't got Mike Ashley, tight and doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, at least you got a nice stadium. He didn't plaster it in Sports Direct.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, you can go back to your match report.
Till I can get back to the game.
Yeah.
So, second half was rather uneventful, but Paderborn did end up getting their equaliser, but it just came in the 92nd minute. So you could say it was rather lucky from Christian Strodijk, I believe is how you pronounce it.
I can't even bully you for your pronunciation.
Leipzig remain third, and Dortmund get a 4-point gap now from Leipzig.
Ooh.
So Dortmund really are now pushing up, and I think they will stay in second. I can't see them getting first though now, sadly.
No, I can't. I think the top three will stay the same, in my opinion. I think.
I don't know, but you say like the Leverkusen should have, if they'd won, they'd be in much a better position. But I think they're still in it because Leipzig and Gladbach didn't win this weekend.
Yeah, I think there's still a bit of movement, but I'll rephrase that to top two. Top two, I don't think will change.
It depends on the running. Oh yeah, top two, I don't think.
Top two, I think.
I'm gonna try and find their running quickly.
For Leipzig, I don't think they deserve to for it to change. I think Leipzig deserve to be certainly top 4, top 3. I'm almost certain as well that they deserve to be in top 3 because let's face it, they've had a very good season, and that is why they have got a lot of players that have been rumoured to be gone. But that also...
fairness, it looks like Leipzig have got a difficult run-in. Like, they've got to play Hoffenheim and Dortmund and Dusseldorf and Augsburg. Like, Dusseldorf and Augsburg, they should win comfortably, but Hoffenheim and Dortmund will be tough.
Dortmund will be very tough. In fact, that might be a game we might cover in TFC Weekly. No, TFC Live. And if we do cover that...
Gladbach have got Bayern next. God. And then Wolfsburg, Hertha, and Paderborn.
So, yeah, there's some pretty tough fixtures up then.
And then let me just check Leverkusen. Because, at the moment, it all looks like it's in Leverkusen's favour. Because they've played Bayern already.
Yeah.
Schalke aren't too hard. But Hertha Berlin, Mainz, and Cologne. All right. So I think, based on those run-ins, Leverkusen look like they've got the easiest run-in.
Yeah, but obviously they aren't actually top 4 yet, but there's not much of a gap, so...
Very tight, let me just check this.
Yeah, but going back to the TFC Live thing, if
they're never on points with Gladbach. It's only goal difference.
Oh, okay, so...
Gladbach have got to play Dortmund got to play Bayern next week. That game could be covered on TFC Live. We'll have to decide whether we're doing that or not.
Yeah, basically, for anyone new, we do, like, football watch-alongs, but we've recently transitioned to Twitch due to some issues we had on YouTube when it comes to watch-alongs, so... Now, it'll be linked in the description, and I was about to say it will come up on screen, but it won't. But check out the link in the description, or type in your web browser, twitch.tv/realgm19. That will take you to the Twitch page where we will be going live with TFC Live, if we do end up doing that. And it's very epic watch-alongs, assuming that Jack's Wi-Fi doesn't go, and everything else that goes wrong in them streams. But yeah, please go check it out. Drop a follow on that page. Yeah, let's should we transition? I think you said we're going to
Yeah, let's move
transition
on
to
to transfers now.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
obviously we did say slightly earlier on, Werner, we were going to discuss him in the transfers, and we
Werner.
are now. So, Timo Werner. Jack, you're a Chelsea fan, so I guess I'll give you your initial opinions on that. I'll let you do that now.
Well, I didn't think he was. I don't think there was a chance he was coming to Chelsea. I thought it was nailed on he was going to go to Liverpool. I just couldn't see someone as good as Timo Werner picking us over probably
yeah.
the best team in the world right now.
Yeah.
But I guess it does make sense because he will not get game time at Liverpool. He won't play over Firmino, and he wouldn't. I don't think he'd play over either of the wingers either.
I think it's about what he wants, isn't it? I think it's about what he wants.
Well, yeah, but
because when you think about it, would you prefer to be in the starting 11 for Chelsea or be on the subs bench for Liverpool? I think that's the decision he has.
Yeah.
And by the looks of it, he's chosen Chelsea, but it's not confirmed yet. They've sorted out a deal, but not fully done. It's not, you know.
A lot of people saying that it's pretty much done. They're just doing the final paperwork, but yeah, it looks like he's going to come to Chelsea, which I'm very excited for because his versatility is incredibly useful to Chelsea. He can play as a striker, he can play on the wing, so he's very good. He can play anywhere across the front three, pretty much. So that will give us a lot of options, and it will mean that we can have another striker, but also not have to bench Abraham.
Yeah, I mean, to be totally honest, if you do end up getting Werner, I will be jealous because I want Werner. Like, honestly, I would actually, and I know I probably really shouldn't be saying this because I'm part of a very small minority when it comes to Tottenham fans wanting this, but because the rumours of Kane going, I would actually let Kane go, bring in Werner, and then spend the other 50 million on a centre-back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. And Kane...
It's whether Werner would go to Tottenham. Really.
Yeah, I guess that is the thing, but I think he'd work. I mean, for him, obviously he's going to get play time, especially if Kane would go. And even with Kane, I think we'd fit him in the team. I think...
Yeah, you'd fit him in the team. You'd play like a front three of Son, Kane and Werner, which would be pretty lethal.
Yeah, it would be very lethal, yeah.
That would be terrifying.
That would be... yeah, the defenders would shit
or
themselves.
Like an interchangeable front four with Mora as well in there.
It would be very dangerous, but I think we're dreaming at this point because I don't think Werner's
I'm not dreaming. This is my worst nightmare. This is your dream.
Well, yeah, good point. I'm dreaming. I don't think it's going to happen. Unless all of a sudden he does the complete opposite of what Willian did. Almost go to Chelsea and then go to Tottenham last minute. I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't mind that. But, you know, Werner, if you're watching, hit me up in the DMs. I don't really know what I can do for you. But... I run Tottenham. Yeah, let me just get Levy on the phone. 1 second. Yeah. I don't really know why he'd want to hit me up. I think he'd be hitting up Levy.
Oh, Jesus.
Not hitting up Levy. Yeah. He'd be DMing in the DMs of Levy. Then again, Levy would be like, oh, 48 million? You're joking. 48 million? Are you taking the...
How does 10 suit you?
Yeah, how does 10 quid?
No, 10 pounds.
Yeah, 10p.
You thought I meant 10 million?
What are you on about? I need that for my yacht. Anyway, is there any other transfer rumours? Because you took
going
charge
on
of
from that
them.
With Tottenham, a lot of people have been linking Ndombele with Barcelona and Manchester United. Would you be happy to see him go and then bring in another, maybe a striker, maybe a centre back?
This is a good debate, I guess you can say, because apparently, and I obviously we don't have inside knowledge of the clubs, but apparently Ndombele's been doing very well since coming out of lockdown. According to the Sun. No, I'm joking, not the Sun.
He's the only one that's been allowed to train during lockdown. He's been in the
good
park
point.
Yeah.
Did you also see the was it one of the clubs in Austria? They took they got 8 points deducted because one of their players broke lockdown rules. Could you imagine if they did that to Tottenham? We'd be in relegation zone by now. We'd literally Aurier and Ndombele. But Ndombele, I'm not sure because he's only been here for maybe just over almost a season now. So
I think I'd probably give him another season because
Yeah.
he was excellent at Lyon. Though he hasn't been amazing, he hasn't ripped up any trees at Tottenham. I
Mm.
think
He's
his
shown
performances at Lyon.
signs. He's shown signs.
Personally, if you can, I'd get Howsam Aouar because he was
Mm.
since
He has been
those
linked
two
as
work
well.
really well in the middle together.
Could you
Yeah, I
imagine
know. I
that
have
though?
seen that. But,
You could get like Lo Celso, and then you've got Aouar and Ndombele. If we can get Ndombele into the form he was at Lyon, it could be a lethal midfield three.
that's why I think that with Aouar, he would be able to find that form again.
Yeah, and then also get Werner, and you're sorted. You've got a lethal squad there. Well, then again, you also need defense.
I don't think he'd get Aouar and Werner though.
No, we wouldn't. No, that's too much money. Too much money.
I think that's more of a chance of going to Chelsea actually.
Yeah,
Aouar
I
and
don't know.
Werner to Chelsea looks like it could happen.
It
But
could happen.
I mean, Aouar hasn't been linked much, but he has had links to Chelsea.
Yeah.
And it looks like Werner's going. So, and
Yeah.
Abramovich did say he was going to have 2 marquee signings this year, which I'm hoping doesn't include centre backs or left backs, and I'm hoping that means we're getting Sancho. But I think it's going to be one of Koulibaly or probably Chilwell, which I think.
I don't think you'll get Sancho this season. I don't think Sancho will leave because number one, I think he's too much money considering the career. I don't think it's too much money, but I think clubs obviously losing money because of the pandemic. I don't think
they seem to be like Abramovich though has come out and said, "I've got loads of money. I'm going to spend it." Plus, United have always had loads of money, so it really is. I think he will probably go this summer because the 2 clubs that are in for him have money. I don't get the link to Barcelona. Barcelona don't have any money.
Yeah, and that's like once again me dreaming of having him at Tottenham. Once again, too much money for Levy. The issue is that I think Levy, the only thing really he's invested in when it comes to Tottenham is the stadium. He hasn't.
That is a nice stadium. I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I
really
still like
stadium.
to go to the stadium.
I love the stadium. It is genuinely, I would say it's definitely top 3 stadiums in the world. Not capacity wise, but I would say it's definitely top 3.
Yeah, definitely. And then I'd put the Sigla Iduna Park and probably the Nantes Stadium.
The Nantes Stadium's great. The Nantes Stadium is great.
I'd say Sigla Iduna Park is the best stadium in the world.
Yeah, and I don't think that's because they're necessarily, it looks modern and all that. I think it's the atmosphere that it brings.
I think it's the best experience. It's the best. If I could live in one place and go and watch the same team for the rest of my life, it would be Dortmund. And though I'm a massive Chelsea fan, it's just Dortmund. I prefer German football, to be honest, to English football. It's just so much more attacking, so much more fun, so many more young players.
Yeah. I would. If I had to choose a German team to support, it would be Dortmund as well. I think it's just the atmosphere is the thing that attracts me to Dortmund as well.
People
like
always say, "Oh, it's the boring answer," but
it's not.
Am I supposed to support Paderborn?
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't mind. They're pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean they're doing alright at the moment, aren't they? But yeah, it's like, so
It's only 6-1 against Dortmund.
What have we learned in this episode? The episode isn't over yet, but what have we learned? We've learned that Paderborn, we're all going to support Paderborn, and we're all going to support Nantes. that's what we've learned.
We already all support Nantes. Everyone supports Nantes.
Everyone supports Nantes.
Everyone here at the TFC podcast.
The people that's new to the TFC Weekly probably have clicked off by now, but they're probably going to be so confused, like who the bloody hell is Nantes? Basically, if you don't know who Nantes is, they are a team in League One. And it's been a running joke since season 1 of the podcast. And that's about it. There's nothing else really. We've just kind of.
By the way, that is League Un for anyone that gets confused.
Okay. I knew it was going to happen at one point.
Morgan.
You're always going to mock my pronunciation.
They're playing with Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, you're always gonna.
Move on to our next topic.
We'll move on to what is in like one of the transfers you've written down, or one of the topics I have.
I don't have any more transfers to discuss.
Okay,
it's kind of a wing it topic.
This one is
one of your ones.
This one is very epic. Well, it's not very epic, but basically, last podcast we discussed the possibility of Saul and him going to Manchester United. Turns out he's he's done us all. Not done us all. Sounds a bit strange.
I did say though on the last one, this could be something that isn't football. Well, it's still football,
though. It's still football.
I didn't think.
Football.
yeah, it's still football, but I did say it could be something that isn't going to another club.
We might have predicted it. I
Starting
probably
time.
would have remembered, but we might have predicted it.
A
Basically,
lot of people were
yeah.
thinking that he was going to go to United. A lot of people were thinking that it was going to be something like this. Actually, he set up his own. I believe it's an academy.
Yeah, he's set up his own his own academy club. But basically, he's done it. It's very smart marketing from Saul though, because what he started.
I've seen a lot of people are quite angry about this type of marketing. They're fuming that he's done this. Like, oh, you baited us all in, and then you didn't do what we wanted.
Yeah,
it's like, well,
he's baited us all though, because you look like number one, he took Atletico Madrid out of his bio. He started following Manchester United legends just to gain all the public attraction, and then it was basically a publicity stunt. He's basically just got everyone like, oh wow, look at this, I'm gonna join a new club, and then now everyone's intrigued to see what it is, and now everyone knows about the new academy club. Whereas if he'd done it like, oh, we're making an academy club in 3 days, everyone probably would have been like, oh, okay,
if he
cool.
just announced, academy club now coming out now, woo.
Yeah, there might be the odd person like, oh yeah, maybe I can come and join it.
Like, you remember how much it was shared around? Everyone was like, wow, look, this translates to a new club in 3 days' time. Wow.
Yeah, and that's including me. Yeah, we both got very excited when we heard that, but then we quickly realised, well, certainly Jack did. No, you were like, oh, when I mentioned it, I swear you were.
Yeah, but I wasn't exactly excited for him to go to United.
No, as in like not excited. That's probably the wrong use of vocabulary.
I was interested in it, but
interested, yeah. We were intrigued, and now we know the outcome. And it's a very depressing outcome. Well, it's not a depressing outcome.
Him moving just because I don't think he'd be allowed to do it like. No one would do it like that. But I don't think.
Could you imagine just seeing like Timo Werner on his socials like 3 days? Timo Werner on his socials like that.
Ridiculous.
Start doing next. We'll see like Timo Werner doing Morse code, moving to Chelsea soon. We'll just see him on his Twitter like doing Morse code. But yeah, it wasn't the.
I'd actually enjoy that.
That would be funny. That would be funny. But also, it might turn out that's a publicity stunt, and he's making a new academy club as well. And then
everyone's just making new academy clubs and using Morse code to tell everyone
actually, guys, I'm going to pop up some Morse code on screen now. You'll be able to. I'm not going to do that, but you know,
we're actually starting our own academy club. Welcome to the Football Chat FC.
Yeah, the Football Chat FC. That is actually a club though. TFC is a club.
Yeah, that's Toronto Football Club.
Yeah,
we could be TFCFC.
TFCFC. Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? The TFC.
I don't know. It's got a certain ring to it, hasn't it?
What TFCFC on the ball? It just doesn't really work.
TFCFC.
Oh, a goal for TFCFC.
TFCFC.
Could you imagine it be one of them? The Spanish commentators doing it though. It's like TFC. Yeah. Finally, it's a bit of not. Basically, we're gonna finish on something very strange. And Jack, when I mentioned it to him, he was a bit like, well, what's the point of saying that? Well, the point of it is for comedic effect, and it's not funny.
Oh yeah, now I know.
Yeah, now you know. Basically, we're gonna tell you guys the leaked algorithm, which could be used to determine the Serie A standings if the season is stopped again. So, you know, make sure you get your notepad out. Jack, get your notepad out. Do you have a notepad? Start writing it down, and you might be able to work it out while I say it. Yeah?
In fact, I'll just type it in here. Right. Okay, tell me.
Right, okay, so, PT in brackets X.
Whoa, you're going too fast.
I might, oh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, plus... brackets MPC T brackets X brackets XCT in brackets ZX minus X brackets plus brackets MPF T brackets X brackets X FT in brackets Z minus X brackets full stop. So obviously now we all know who's gonna win. And we've got to work all... I don't
know that we really need that to tell us that Juventus are going to win the league.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And we're going to do all of that just to see that the Juventus are going to win the league. It's, yeah. But then again, I
Not
guess
worth
it's to do with also relegation and stuff. But what's the point of doing all that maths, man? We might as well just wait.
Relegation's good.
We'll all just wait for the definite news instead of following this random tweet. So yeah, if
I don't
anyone
know why
genuinely,
that's gone
yeah, you go.
so viral. Like, who believes that?
Yeah, and even if it is true, like, who the hell is doing the maths? We can barely read.
Who cares that much? They
Yeah.
put all that into something.
Yeah, even like the biggest Serie A fan probably isn't gonna do that. They're probably gonna have to go back to uni just to work out what it is. It's not like it's just not possible. Like, unless you are a mathematician or like a scientist, you probably just can't do that off the top of your head.
I am a mathematician.
Oh yeah, very, very massive, very epic mathematician. Yeah. On that, I'm assuming you don't have anything else to say because we might as well end it there.
No, it's a Serie A mystery.
It was a relatively dead week when it comes to the Premier League, to football in general. But
well, there's obviously some transfer news. The Premier League has come back soon. We've got some decent things.
Yeah, I'm just excited for the Premier League to return. But I almost. Oh my god, I'm really losing the ability to speak at this.
You're struggling with talking. We should wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. I was just going to quickly say, basically, I am excited yet worried for the first game back for Tottenham. Man United versus Tottenham.
Yeah, I think I would be.
Yeah, and then 4 days later we got West Ham. And then not that much.
But that's a difficult game.
Well, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be as hard as Manchester United.
You can watch that Tottenham Man United game live on TFC Live.
I don't think you will be saying that one live because
What? Why not?
Because you don't want to see me either. I'm either going to be celebrating out of my mind. Yeah.
GM19/twitch.tv.
You don't even know that. You don't even know the link. It's real GM19. Twitch.tv/real GM19. Anyway, guys. Let's wrap it up there. Let's wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching the second episode of TFC Weekly. We'll be back next week, hopefully, for another weekly roundup. Just
leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Watch next week. Go check out Real GM19 on Twitch. Check out GM19 on YouTube.
Yeah, woo. That'll probably be on the end screen. It's 10 days, 9 days till Premier League returns. So one more week of TFC Weekly, and then we got Premier League.
Lots of TFC lives, hopefully.
Yeah, so keep your eye out for TFC lives on twitch.tv/realgem19. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of TFC Weekly, episode 3. Woo!
Big numbers.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.